The sport of rock climbing has many living legends. Chris Sharma for pushing the boundaries of the sport, finding new lines and grades around the world, and just being a role model for what athleticism in climbing means. Alex Arnold for showing us what a rock-solid and strong mind can achieve through various free solo ascents that have put climbing on the map for the general public. Perhaps in a more risky way than the majority of us perform, but still, it's something. And then of course there's Garnbrett, who's put on the greatest performance that competition climbing has ever seen to date. And this is just to name a few of them. In the last episode, you saw Cordion Pamplemousse, which is a boulder that's about 20 years old. And in fact, the first ascensionist of that boulder is the legend, the wizard, the technician, Dave Graham, who I am extremely lucky to have in an episode today. The boulder he tries is the neighbor to Pamplemousse, called Poison the Well. Poison is one of the hardest boulders in the entire world, and it clocks in at around 8C plus or V16. I'm extremely psyched to show you guys just a little bit of what projecting a climb at this level can look like, as it's almost mind-boggling the amount of focus and dedication that you need for it. Dave is also one of my personal favorites as a climber, partly because of his style, but also because of this incredible scene that was my first taste of the Big Island.
Master of my own world. I control my own life. Yes! The island is like a whole...
So sit tight with an open ear, because Dave has a lot of wisdom to share.
Oh, it's really my right foot?
Yeah, it's your right feet now.
I have the body tension. I need my foot to stay on. How do I keep my foot on? Like if I could get it to like cam in there. Huh. I don't know this shoe at all. It's very new to me.
Come on. What are you working on?
I'm trying Poison the Well.
Yeah.
It's a problem that was put up by Giuliano Cameroni, but it's also a boulder that I brushed. He did the first ascent of it. I opened it in 2003, 2004, so I have a particular affinity for it. And I also thought it was like 8B plus when I brushed it, and was like, oh yeah, it's not going to be that bad, and it's actually really hard. So I'm starting my experience, starting the process on this one. Ooh. Ow! It's a little to the left. Oh, that was my foot didn't slip that time though. Ow! Oh! Oh, that was my fingers that slipped that time. You can see the marks, the proof of contact. Ow! It's so weird to grab. I have to hit like here more so.
The pro trick.
This is a pro trick, as long as it doesn't fall on you. Oh, that was it, and then my foot slipped.
Quick hit question. Which is your favorite in Ticino of the climbs?
Oh, God.
Do you have one?
I don't know if it's possible to choose. There's so many good ones.
Yeah.
La Rustica has always been one I thought was just perfection. Oh, almost, huh? I'm like connecting now, but I need to push on my foot more.
You find some details?
No, I understand nothing about why. It's very polished and it's like hard to figure out where to stand on it. Oh, I was like not on the handhold. It's progress, it's going. It will work. Oh, the left leg moving to the left. You see that? The more left, the more it balances. It makes sense. It's like in order for the right foot not to slip, it's like doing the splits like that. So that like when you go to the right, you keep weight on the right foot. The further the left foot is, it makes that like rotation and the foot pops. And it gives me height, like the height that I need by lifting the left hip. It's like the more I open my left leg and push with it, the more I like keep my hips square so that when I hit it, I'm square. Because the more sideways I am, that's when it creates that fucked That's why I grabbed the holder. I'm gonna have that rotation. Back.
That's just a little bit of nothing.
Yeah, it's crazy. Last time I felt really good on that move too, but now it doesn't feel good.
Whoa! Ow! Fucker! Shit!
My left foot slipped. I'm just tired now. It sucks.
God damn.
I'm terrified of dry firing.
Yeah.
And it's like really hard on the right fingers. I don't think I should just like keep crimping like hell.
Maybe it's enough.
Yeah, it might be just enough.
Yeah. It was good watching you on this one. for
Yeah,
sure.
I wish I had a little bit more of a productive session, like actually did one of either hard moves, but at the same time, like, that's how it starts off.
Question. Something I was just thinking of, because you're like one of the most experienced boulderers in the entire world. Do you have like any major tip for climbers in the world? Like, this is the one thing I think people should think of more, or like focus on, or the biggest pro tip you could give?
See, like, think more. Think more and like analyze more with your mind than with your body. It's like never worth, like what I'm doing right now, I'm like reverting from thinking to trying with my body.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily helping, you know?
Yeah.
It's like much more important to focus on the subtleties, and also like to remember that the idea of like wanting something in the moment is worthless. There's always another session. The worst case, you'll hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Avoid injury at all possibility, you know what I mean? Because that's what stops the train. And speaking from my own experience, it's like very hard to stop. It's very important to learn when to stop and start thinking rather than try harder and force it. I think like respecting yourself is a hard thing to do, but it's essential because you pay the most yourself afterwards when you make a mistake with yourself. So, and on that note, I think I'm gonna stop just because I don't want to get hurt. I don't wanna walk.
There you have it, folks. That's what a session for the wizard Dave Graham can look like. Sometimes it's not all sense and joy, and in fact suffering skin and learning is one of the biggest parts of the game. If you enjoyed the video, please feel to drop a like or maybe a comment, and if you want to see more content like this, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and notification bell so that you don't miss out on the next one. Ciao.